an issue in currency exchange, either there is an issue between the refineries, either they are doing turnaround maintenance, any little issue at all, definitely will truncate supply of petroleum products in this country. You all know that our 4 refineries are not.
Right. Now, yes, I can hear you. Now, I mean, Ipman, we've said, how is Ipman working to address the fuel shortages? What are the measures that you are taking to ensure a steady flow or steady supply of petrol to filling stations? Very quickly, because we're almost out of time.
Well, independent marketers, we are not dependent in terms of sourcing petroleum products. We can only get petroleum products until NNPCL allocates petroleum products to us. And for some time now, the portal of NNPCL has been shut down. We can no longer allocate petroleum products. But recently, the NNPCL have imported petroleum products into the country, and distribution have started. I'm aware that there are some vessels that have lopsided in Port Harcourt, especially in OVH, and Warri, and also in Lagos. I think the vessel will have product now. And with the independent marketer, the national president has mandated that all the independent marketers should continue to render services and ensure that if the security is good, we can be able to give services for at least for 24 hours. While we don't have good security, we should ensure that our stations open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. so that these sufferings that Nigerians are facing this period of time will be eradicated. But the most important thing is that once this product is being imported into this country, we are of opinion that as the major stakeholders and those who have 80% of the distribution outlets, our stations are scattered in the nooks and crannies of this country. We have expected that these products should be allocated to independent marketers directly. Don't need to pass through department members or pass through NNPCL. This is bottleneck. It's making the independent marketers dependable now.
All right.
So, and that is why this long chain of distribution brings in profiteering. It also brings in scarcity. Because by the time this will be received, they will not say their price. The independent marketer will wait. If they like, they open to the independent marketer to sell. If they like what the reporter was saying, some filling stations they will close. They now do selective opening to marketers and the rest of them, or to commuters. So now the independent marketers, if the federal government will allocate this petroleum product to us, we can be able to see how we can be able to fastly and quickly dispense this product, because our filling stations are scattered on the nooks and crannies of this country.
All right.
There is no place in this country you will not see an independent marketer.
All right. Now, I'm being informed that we're joined live by our correspondent who's in South Nigeria there, Austin Azu. Austin, many thanks for joining us if you can hear me. Where are you at the moment, and you can give us a bit of a situational report there? Austin, can you hear me? All right, we'll try to establish connection with Austin Azu there to give us some situation reports where he's at South Nigeria. Well, back to you, Mr. Ukadike Chinedu. I mean, collaboration is somewhat of a solution, right? And you just said that, you know, some of these filling stations, they sometimes close, selective hours for opening, they select who to sell and who not to sell to. But how can Ipman, you know, collaborate with other stakeholders, including the NNPCL and government agencies, to resolve the fuel shortage once and for all?
Well, the president of Ipman, Elijah Abubakar Megendi, in our last discussion, we have some expatriates that visited us. Also told us that he had a very good warming meeting with the NNPCL and the NNDPR. And because Ipman and we are one, there is peace now in Ipman, there is no faction in Ipman. And we are open to collaboration. The Nigerian Civil Defense, we are working with them. They also have agreed, we have signed an agreement with them. They also have agreed to be giving us their armament to protect our facilities, to ensure that our stations are open. The Nigerian police, the same thing. The Nupeng also, they are ready to work even on Sundays to ensure that the national president have secured all this collaboration. So even on holidays, they are also the tanker drivers. They are ready to work to make sure that we can fastly distribute this product. But the problem we're also facing is that most of these things we are talking about now, the DAPMA members and MOMA members who own tank farms, their tank farms are located in the coastal area of this country. And once a vessel comes in, the daughter vessel will bring it to those coastal areas. Then some of our trucks will travel 500 and something kilometers to either to Warri or to Apapa or to Port Harcourt to be able to get these products. And it's a huge cost of investment. This is a product we normally buy with 8.something million. Now we're buying with close to 30 million, 40 million. So it becomes very, very difficult for an independent marketer to allow his trucks on this road for like 2 weeks. Bad roads, some of the roads are bad. I will also appeal to the federal government to see what I can do some of it. Because this is rainy season. We're losing our investment just because of bad roads. And there's no bad roads. Some of these trucks are loaded in Apapa. Within 3 days, they might be in their destination in Bruno. And if the pipelines are good too, this is what the kind of collaborations we want from government. A kind of repair the pipelines. If the pipelines are good, those products that are being taken from Petrol can be pumped through the system too. That's the pipeline. So even up to Yola, because there are some substations in Makodi, there are some substations in Aba, there are some substations in Enugu that can be able to speedily take these petroleum products from one destination to another. So driving big trucks on the road, spoiling the roads, causing road accidents and the wear and tear of these vehicles. The maintenance costs of these vehicles are very, very high. Dollar rate is high. Most of the parts we also import it, and once we import it, most of them are not genuine parts. So you find out that we are almost running a loss in this business.
All right. Now, I understand that Austin is back on. Austin, as you are correspondent, Austin, good day and well done. First of all, where are you at the moment? And give us some situation update there.
First and foremost, I'm in Asaba, Delta State capital, and behind me you can see the long queues here at the NNPC filling station. From the stretch of the entrance, you can see the long vehicles trying to gain entrance into the NNPC filling station. And just by my immediate left, you can see the long queue that stretched through the expressway. So obviously, a lot of persons have been on the standby who have been waiting for their turn to gain entrance into the filling stations. But however, earlier on, we went around some of the major filling stations within the state capital here. Mr. Chooks, all the places we went to, we saw the prices varies from one place to another. We saw that the pump price varies from one particular filling station. Some persons are selling at the rate of 900, while some are selling at the rate of 850, so on and so forth. But here at the NNPC, we saw that they are selling at the cost of 591 naira. But meanwhile, we have one of them who is standing by here to talk to us, to share his experience with us. Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, let's meet to tell us your name and tell us the situation.
The situation, good afternoon, Nigerians. The situation is that here in Asaba, the NNPC is selling 591, and we find it difficult to buy fuel for other stations apart from NNPC. That's the only free station in Asaba who can rescue us by the normal price. Other people are selling 900, 950, 800, 850. So we can't afford to buy the fuel. So we have to go and queue at the station at NNPC Asaba. Thank you very much.
All right, we have another person who will give us another perspective. Please tell us your name and how you are feeling. How long have you been on the queue?
Okay, I'm Onyelu Kachuku. I've been on the queue for about 4 hours now. Just waiting to see if I can get fuel at a reasonable price. different from what is being sold outside of this environment, which is 950, 900. So that's just the reason I've been on the queue since morning, waiting for my turn, believing that I'll be successful. All right. I don't know if that answers the question.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. From what they have said so far, they have been on the queue, and we have other people who have been on the queue as well. But however, we spoke to some persons earlier on, and they told us that some of them were here yesterday, and not only that, they came back this morning for them to get, the fare this morning. So the long queue still remains at the mega filling stations, unlike what you have in other independent marketers who probably you will just go there and get your fare and go out, because meanwhile, but most of these filling stations, they are selling at the rate of 850 to 1,100 naira, depends on the filling stations that you can find yourself.
All right. Well, Austin, many thanks for doing this with us. We appreciate you for that update there. We'll definitely come back to you in subsequent bulletins. But in the meantime, let me switch gears now back to Mr. Okwadike Chinedu, who is the National Publicity Secretary for IPMAN. You've heard from our correspondent there, Austin Azu, in Delta, the capital, Asaba there. You also heard from motorists as well, buying fuel from independent marketers at their filling stations from 800 to 1,100 naira, a huge difference from the stipulated price that NNPCL is selling. Why is that?
Okay. What you are seeing in Asaba is what we call price disparity. And that price disparity depends on the source. The independent marketers were no longer importing. Most of our marketers who try to import this petroleum product, when Mr. President announced the removal of subsidy, could not be able to go back because of forex. And it's very, very difficult to get forex from the parallel market. And by the time you do your semantics or your arithmetics and be able to gather forex from the parallel market and import this petroleum product, by the time you want to repatriate that to those naira to dollar, it becomes another issue. You cannot even be able to recover your investment. Talk of going back to go and import petroleum product. So it's only the NNPCL that has the magic to be able to do this kind of bringing petroleum product. So everybody, virtually everybody, is believing in NNPCL, waiting for NNPCL to allocate petroleum product to us. And NNPCL is also a company like independent marketers. So we can buy from trading too. Those products are given to them from NNPC Trading Limited, who has the responsibility to have this product, get this vessel, and be able to distribute it to some DAPMAN members, some MOMAN members, and all the rest of them to NNPCL too. So independent marketers, we are not even getting our petroleum product being allocated to us. We only go to NNPCL and beg until they will be able to freeze. Once it's sneezed, then we can now be able to get petroleum product. We'll go to DAPMAN members, we'll go to MOMAN members. Some of these price disparity depends on what the MOMAN members and DAPMAN members are selling to us. We can't just shut our filling stations and wait till the kingdom come. No. NNPCL have not supplied us for some 3 weeks. Now, recently they have now started supplying us. And once there is adequate product, competition sets in. With the independent marketers, when product was around 5, we are selling lesser than NNPCL because it's adequate. So the problem of this price disparity, it depends on the source. If DAPMA members are selling product to 780 naira, we also have to bid in our capital, we also have to bid in our transportation, after bidding in our transportation, we also have to bid in our service charges and all the rest of them, and cost of fund. By the time you finish, you cannot even find out that we're not even making money at all. We're just trying to remain in business so that our business will not be shut out.
All right.
Because we cannot allocate, we cannot get this petroleum product allocated to independent marketers. That's the problem we are facing. If we have like an NPC, there's no way you can place the horse before the cart. We're all in this business should be made open for everybody to compete. Whatever that is being given to NPC to get petroleum product, so also should be given to independent marketers. So that the competition will be tight.
Well, I must say thank you, Mr. Okwadike Chinedu, for this conversation that we've had. We do hope that all stakeholders involved in this come together and collaborate to put an end to this queue on unending queues at filling stations nationwide. Once again, many thanks for doing this with us.
Thank you.